All right, there we go. Had to figure out where my screens were. Well, welcome to the Decorative Lounge on our Wednesday nights. This is where we do about a half hour of creation so that you're able to get an idea of what we're looking for. So hopefully we won't have any snags in our design. So first of all, if you're brand new to Canva, welcome. My name is Patrice Green. I'm affectionately known as Nikki to most. I am the creative conductor here at PNG Creates, where we teach, discuss, and assist with everything Canva and design, as well as we structure videos in a sense of editing as well. So I just wanted to make sure I'm on here. My volume is good. We are on the building. We're going to get it started. So we're not going to waste any time because we want to show you how you can do some designs in at least 30 minutes. Okay. So let me go on to here. Last night, if you missed it, I'll put the links when I get back up. We had an amazing class last night. If you missed it, we did the create Canva Creator Starter Kit. It was a beautiful introduction to Canva. It's now considered a workbook and a video. I will put the links to if you wish to purchase because you weren't able to make it last night. I understand life happens, but you still want to get an idea of how Canva works. There will definitely be a link in the descriptions of both sets, Facebook, YouTube, or wherever you find this video, so that you're able to follow along. And then that way, when you see me go live, you're able to follow along and then mimic or get ready to be in the next class that's coming up. Okay. So let's get started. If you see my screen, this is my Canva screen. It doesn't look like much, right? But it is. It's the beginning of all things. So when I create, I always start with my the presentation mode. Reason why I start with presentation is because I like to have a really large canvas to work on. And then if it needs to be smaller, there's a beautiful thing about Canva that you can resize, right? So Easter is one of the biggest months of the year, one of the biggest holidays of the year. A lot of people, when we were younger, used to go to Canva. I mean, not Canva. They used to go to get new Easter clothes. They used to basically get their hair done, new shoes, the whole nine, get your fresh whites. That's how we looked at Easter instead of thinking of it as actually the religious purpose that it is. It's the resurrection of Jesus Christ. I know it seems very biblical right now, and that's the premise of this. However, there are business owners that take advantage of the time where the holidays come in, so they build things around each holiday. So my job tonight is I'm going to come on, I'm going to create one Facebook post. I'm going to show you how you can use your background using your brand colors, and then how that will also transfer over to anything else you do. And then another one, I'm going to do one sales post. If you have a class for sale or something like that, or a product or service, you can create something that lets them know there's an Easter sale. Okay. So let's go to the decorative lounge. All right. So let's see. Move this. You got it. You should be able to see it. Awesome. I had to make sure it was over there. All right, so presentation mode. I always do presentation mode. It's a 16 by 9. It's a pretty large canvas to work on. It's just the fact that you need to be able to see everything. If you have vision issues, it's the best one to do, but you can always resize it smaller to fit where you want. And I'll show you how. So on the left-hand side of on the screen, you'll see it. It's all of your command keys. What you see in those larger blocks in the middle, those are called templates. We're not going to use templates because we can think outside the box. But if you were pressed for time, that would be a great way to actually start your templates. Okay. So let's go to elements. Elements, if you learned that last night, is a great way to start for what it is that you need. And then you're able to actually move forward from there. So I'm going to do a pastel background. Now, for me, I usually build my backgrounds because of the fact I know what colors I like to use. But for the sake of this, we're just going to use one of the backgrounds that Canva gives you. They do give you some excellent colors, and we're just going to use some of these. So they have over 13,000 templates pretty much under each tab. Okay, so it could be between a photo, graphics, vector, print, which actually stretches, and an audio clip that all ties together. So never a shortage of actually what to do. Okay, So we're going to use this up here. This one looks bright enough for me because I'm a busybody. So we're just going to canvas it all the way across the screen. Okay. So you can see the right click, add as a background, whatever. So we're going to do a post. My brand colors are purple, yellow, and teal. So what I want to do is anything else besides this particular background, I want to use my fonts and I want to use my colors exactly right, just so that I'm able to see what it is that's going on. All right. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to put that up. All right, so let's do this. Um, so with Easter, we know we take all things symboled Easter. This is actually part of the 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 1 formula that I teach, and I believe it is a great thing to help yourself with. Okay, so we're gonna do one of these. This is the text line. Doesn't matter at all how big or small it is because you can always adjust it later. Okay, so here we're just gonna say he is, if I can spell today. And then I'll use a different one for risen. It's a common one used in faith-based posts, but we're going to show you how you can do this. So you can just do he is risen. The reason why you want to do 2 text box is just basically because you want to make sure you have enough space to play with the fonts and letterings and things like that. Okay. So change that. Change that. So again, the 2 fonts, that's what we're going to do right now. You don't have to worry about them as of yet, but you want to start building what they call your foundation. With building your foundation, you want to know kind of what would you use in this situation. So yes, it's Easter. Easter can consist of a bunny. We're not using that when it comes to Christ, but you have flowers of some sort. You have the mountain, Calvary, Jerusalem, all these other things. But however you, or you may not want to put that in there, but you want to glorify what's going on in the middle. So we're thankful for, so that's how you actually want to think about your fonts and your designs. So we're going back to the elements tab. We're going to exit out the top, and you can even write, wow, resurrection. Let me see what they have for resurrection. So you see how they have the tomb and things like that. You don't have to be, they don't really match, but you can use something like this. So we have the flowers, right? So you get an idea of the flowers. He is risen. Let's see what else we have on this side. Is it frozen? It's frozen. We take that off. So we want to make it, he is risen. This. We look at some other stuff that they happen to have. We're not doing an Easter egg. Now, mind you, you can always change all of this. So yes, it's on my other screen. So if you're looking at me like, what are you doing? This is what I'm doing. All right. So yeah, we're using pre-cut things instead of creating our own, just to get an idea. So with this, oh, I know exactly what I want to do. Let's get rid of this and this background. So let's look at palms. Sometimes you got to think outside the box. And I believe in definitely thinking outside the box. So let's find a palm that we really, really want to explore. So again, I wanted the elements. I typed in palm, and here we are. All right, we're going back to the top because nothing down here is looking like what I want. Palm leaves. So you can say, I'm big for taking stuff off the screen. Think outside the box. You don't have to keep it all where you see it. You can even make this your background. I'm not ready for backgrounds as of yet, but you can use some of these as backgrounds. I just want to build my leaves and then work from there. Make them corners. You can make them into anything you want. But we know he is risen. So we'll do some flowers or palms on the side. You don't want to mix the two. That's one of the biggest things that I've learned. Sorry. Mixing the two doesn't work. So let's keep them consistent in the texture. So you can see that they're two different. So let's just do this. We'll just keep the one. You can flip them so they go somewhere else and it's covered. So you got it. So this way. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. But you want to make sure you can things on the sides of the. Ugh, I can't even talk today. In the sides. There you go. You do the middle. You do enough of them just to cover the bases, and then you fill it in with something else. That's when it comes fun. There we go. There we go. We have some stuff all over the place now. And then we'll fill in the middle with something else that we kind of want, right? So let's see. We have something golden. Well, I didn't spell that right at all. But the concept is there. So we have the sand, the desert. We got Palm Sunday. We have a journey. Let's see. Let's see. No journey. Yeah, no. I know what I'm looking for. Here we go. Maybe this would be it. Nope. I know what I want in there. So we can flip some stuff. And then you can change the color. That'll work for me. So what you do, make a bunch of them. I've got my brand colors in there. And then you just flip them the way you need. But you want to have something original. That's my thought process always. You build your wall so high that no one could climb it. That I'm gonna try if you let me see beneath your beautiful if you let me. I wanna see inside. Would you let? All right, so there we go. We're starting to have some shape to our design. We're turning some stuff around just to have some drapery, if you will. So design can actually be quite fun. It can be frustrating to some. I know it can be all of the above. However, you want to just keep in mind that it's rewarding. All right, so we have our bases. Oh God, everybody. I'll hold your hand and we'll talk right out. Holy, holy. Some flowers. So you like, why are you making so much fuss on the background? The background is our whole thing. Even though these types of flowers don't belong in here, they belong in here today during our design. So we're glorifying this. This is the whole big thing. We do the pictures, things like that. So now we want to try to start building around this He is risen. He is pretty standard. When you go into Canva, you can go underneath where it says the actual fonts. Underneath the fonts, you want to find something that makes sense. So if you see all these on the side, if you have a Canva Pro account, you'll see it with the actual crown on the side, or you can actually just use it with the straight up lettering. Like, you don't have to do anything. There's some that I've uploaded already that don't really, we'll see what it looks like. That looks so standard. So it would be something like this. He is, and then you can make something funky with the risen. You can do something different. So, nope. Wait. Hold on, guys. All right. So he is risen. Oops. He is risen. You can make that even smaller, but you want to focus on actually the bigger part of that he is risen, because that's the biggest part that we want to focus on, because we're thankful, right? So you just have to find the right type of font. So with that, you want to, if you want an elegant event, you do elegant. If you want it to be something standard, you do standard. I'm freezing again over here. If you want to do standard, you do standard. That's just exactly how it goes. Oh, I'm jealous of my best of all this world could give. And I told you when you left me. Well, let's just write Christ. Maybe that'll just look better. Christ is risen. Time for me to say. Christ has risen. It's not quite how you say it, but the concept is right there. And for some reason, I am still lagging on one side. So this is just a bunch of flowers that you made yourself, basically. Um, things like that. Let me see. I can add a background and a sense of color. The thing about it is, like, my brand colors are a little heavy for something of this nature, but like the yellow would do great, and then you can actually change it up. Christ has risen. So you could do the first one, do the purple, because everything is written within my brand colors with other colors to make it pop. That's what you want to do. It looks a little like almost cookie cutter, but it's really not, because you want to make sure that your statement is what it is. And that's why you want to play with as much as you can. No, I like it on this side because it looks 3D. You know what I mean? So that's the effects. You go to shadow and it looks 3D and it looks more pronounced. Now you also get a chance to play with the colors in the back. The colors in the back say a lot too. So you got purple on purple. The yellow makes it transparent, so you don't want to do that. Red makes it a little bit more defined. And then you have the black that makes it do this and that. White, I like it better with the purple. Purple on purple. It makes it more pronounced. Christ has risen. I really want that in a better font, but I have to find what it is I'm looking for. So last night we found out that if you do under text and you do boom 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 boom. Oh, under style. Here we go. Under style, you can do a difference of all of that. Like Christ has risen, you can change it. Oh, that's actually pretty. Christ has risen. Um, but that's not my colors. So here are my colors, and they're going to shuffle it around for me to make it. There it is. Thank you, Canva. Helping you out, trying to get your pattern together. Christ has risen, all in purple, all my business colors, and it stayed uniform. And that's what you do. So what would you do with this after you're done? You put your logo on it. I am known for putting my logo on everything that I do. I would either put this one, which is very purple, and so you wouldn't see it. So if you have a logo that's transparent, gotta grab it. If you have a logo that's kind of, the same color as your design, you can use these elements. And this, I'll use this. Make it white. Too far back. So you can see my creative conductor, and then you make it a little medallion. There you go. So I'm on the page. I'm the creative conductor. This was something that I did. Christ has risen. It's pretty enough. I've seen it in script, which you can also do as well if you felt as though you needed something different. But you highlight, make sure that little green box is around it. You go to your script and you write script. I don't know why my cap lock is on. I can't spell tonight. Whoa. Now, mind you, this is what people have a problem with. Baby, please take my hand. Not quite as clear as I would like it to be. None of these work for me. This is one of the things you'll always go through via um, we're just going to go back to standard script. Hey, come to me. We're just going to leave it that way, and then we'll work around it. So we know we can do a cross and be done with this. Now you're looking at this like this isn't that pretty. I get it. Might even throw the design off, but you won't know until you actually try. Or better yet, thank you, Holy Spirit. He said do some doves. Keep it flower based. So we have doves, and you, because this is in pretty much a cartoonish type form, you don't want to have actual like hard pictures of doves in it because it's going to throw the whole design off. You get what I'm going with that? So we say Christ is risen. We'll make our doves smaller. We'll make our doves actually our points. You know what I mean? Like, you can make it something simple. You can make your doves do different things. You can put a bunch of doves all over the place. Can't make it too small because you won't be able to grab it. So we make them white. Okay. Let's see. So that's the start. You can do that. That can be your we'll just say your design for your resurrection. Make sure your logo is down there. Something simple. It doesn't have to be I'll say super religious. You can leave it as a conversation piece because some people may not understand what that phrase means, and you can be the person to do that. So next we're going to do very quickly, we're going to do that sales page, right? So now I happen to have a class that is under my belt. I did it yesterday. It's called the Canva Creators Starter Kit. What you can do is you can actually either go back to what you previously had and copy and paste either the picture or copy and paste the actual fonts that were used. I have one better. I have the actual um post here. Bum, 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 bum. So there I have the kind of font I had. It's not gonna work that way. Let's take that off. So we just create from scratch. And it's an Easter sale, right? So we want to make sure they know it's an Easter sale. You can use so many puns with this. Hop on in and get this before it get yours for the low price of. You can use all kinds of puns during this type of time. You know, anything that has something to do with the topic. Hop right in. Workshop while supplies last. Uh, you know, that's just a common thing. So I always build out all my text because I never know what I'm gonna do. We know this is the Canva Creator Starter Kit. There you go. And it'll start to shape itself once you start writing everything out. Go to the elements. It didn't disappear. You can cheat a little bit this with this one, Easter backgrounds. I just want the pastels, honestly. Let me just write pastels. All right, so we'll do it this way, and we'll change the colors to the brand colors. We'll do it this way, and then what you want to do is you want to make sure it's actually something. My friends are laughing at me, don't mind me. All right, so we'll do everything around it, and we'll do all things basically Easter, right? So we want to do the eggs. The eggs can be where you put your actual cells. And this one you can actually create yours. So we can put our price here. We'll think about a price later. All right, so you want to do the bunny. This is so corny. But it's the fact that you get I just want you to get the concept of what you can do. I'll make a better one later. But this is grass. And I love to layer. So if you know me, I don't like that grass. Okay, thank you, Canva. So even though they gave you hills, you still want to kind of decorate your grass. So it looks very grassy-ish. You know what I mean? You want to kind of give it a little bit of life. So you want to do it again. I really believe in layering. Layering is your friend. Layering gets you more of a design that you didn't think you had. You know what I mean? So now you got your bunnies in the grass. He's ready. We're doing Easter-ish looking things. Um, we're going to change the color here. Remember, go back to your style. Your style has your color key. And so it changes everything up for you. So you can actually do the simpler things when you're creating. And I'm loving it more and more. So you get a chance to change it up, look at your stuff. My egg can change. You can put a shadow behind the egg if you want. I'm not gonna do a shadow behind the egg. But I like this one. So I've got multicolored grass. I don't have to do multicolored grass. I can just leave my grass as is, but it actually adds a nice you can actually have the actual colors here, right? Let's see. Let's change the font very quickly. It was like I don't have it written near me. We'll use a script. Nope, not what I want to do. While supplies last. How about we finish the sentence? Use so many corny puns, but they're fun. I believe in a corny pun. No, that's not what I wanted corrected. Now, if you want to use it to be kitty correct, you know, you can do that. So let's do it like this. We'll do script. Let me put this. Let's take this out of the. I think that's actually kind of cute, corny and cute. So I can make this smaller because it's basically just a phrase. But you want to make sure what the main topic of the class is bigger than anything else because it needs to stand out. And we want to make it $35 because it's a workbook as well as an actual video, right? And if you happen to have had basically an actual, let's see which font we're going to use, Crimson Pro. All my tops are here. Let's see. Crimson Pro. And there you go. So there it is. $35. That's for the print, everything else like that. And this is just something to fart around with. It's not necessarily the advertisement, but if you wanted to go corny or you wanted to go kid friendly, this is definitely a way to do it. And look, it was done in 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want one animated. Please know if you tried to find something and it's animated and you didn't necessarily want to animate it, you can still use it. It'll actually be a picture. It won't come down and it won't freeze up. That's not the right way. What it won't do is it won't print. If you don't put this as an MP4, anything that you put a sticker on, it won't stay. But it still needs more pop from me. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play with my top. Nope. There you go. There you go. So there you go. It's not really the actual one for me, but it's just something so you get a chance to how quick you can make something very quickly, put stuff together, and call it a day. But this will be for sale. But there'll be a more mature looking one. But just to show you, like, you can make stuff for kids. It's very kid friendly. It's eye catching. The colors are right. You can use your little corny phrase throughout it, but that's where I'm at. Oh, let's add a rainbow. I got a few more minutes. Now you're like, that is too bright. Let me show you how you work this. First of all, you take this and make it a little bit on a corner. Use this transparency up here. Fade it out so it's just the right amount of bright. Now you got a whole Easter scene and you ain't do nothing. There you go. But that's just something to play with. And then if you had your information as to like the link to get it there, you would do it here. bit.ly, blah, 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 blah. Or your website goes in here, or the time if you had a class goes in here. All of that good stuff goes right in here. Got it? So I'm glad you guys got a chance to understand what was going on, how it works, how it looks, all of that good jazz Matez. Sorry about this going black. I'm telling you, technology is fun. I don't care what anybody else tells you. Technology is a hoot. Technology is a hoot. I have no idea what's going on over there. But nonetheless, none of the less, I am thankful that you guys were able to come and be a part of this today. You'll actually get a chance to see the actual creations later on, and you can see, see it better and understand what's actually happening. So I've done my time. We have created 2 great designs under 30 minutes. We did one for our resurrection. Christ is risen. It looks kind of, the same as most, but you don't have to have a lot when you have a message. You want the colors to be bright enough. You want everything to be bold enough so that the message is actually there. If you're a business owner and you're using this, make sure your logo is on there. You can add as much stuff as you want. Like, I kept it simple. I have the doves. I have some palms that are there, some other flowers across it to make it, pop with the accent, as well as this is just something that I was playing around with. So it shows you that you can be diverse. You can have a softer side. Like, say I was advertising towards children, you can use your brand colors with making sure that your message is there. Please note that the name of the message is here. It is actually bigger than anything else because you want that to stand out. You want them to make sure that they know what your message is. If you were doing an event, what the event name was. If you're doing such as a class, like this is going to be the class from last night, as well as the price, things like that. You can even leave the price off. You don't necessarily have to have the price on, but just the idea of letting you know that things are possible. If you want to make some soft stuff, there you go. You can make stuff kid friendly if you have kids, for doing things, and that's about it. So yeah, I'm going to post these later so you get a chance to actually get an idea for some things. I'll make another one for the Canva Creator Starter Kit, but it was just so that you can see what Easter creations you can do. You see the different color grass, and it don't even look bad with my brand colors, even though grass is green. So get yourself a chance to sit and play, create, decompress. This is a great way for me personally to not think about my day. The class is still available for repurpose. So if you guys missed it yesterday, you're able to still go to the link, submit your reserved spot, and then you'll get emailed a copy of the workbook as well as the video. They'll be going out by the end of the night for those that have already registered and things like that. So yeah, they're still available while it's at this price, because when it goes to separate the workbook and the video, of course, you see it's going to be different because it's going to be a package deal. Or you can just buy the book, or you can just buy the video, but we'll work that out later on. I'll show you all that before I get a chance. Oh, I missed comments. Ah, man, 4 minutes ago. What other services do I provide? Well, Michelle, let me make sure my screen is right. I do social media posts, as well as, maybe I should I'll write that later because otherwise it's not going to be right. Boop, 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 boop. I don't want to create a poll. There we go. Oh, thank you, Minister Deborah. I didn't even see them. I didn't even see the comments down there, so I apologize for those. I was in my zone. But what other services do I do? Well, I do book covers. I have been doing birthday cards, party invitations, Also to the point that they can be printed out for you if that's, be nice if I spelled invitations quite right. I've done death announcements. Pretty much anything you can think of. If you need to create, I hope it's not still on that screen. I'm sorry, guys. No, it is on that screen. I'm steady talking. I'm sorry. What else? IG Reels, Facebook Stories. We're all service purposed business. So it's not like we're just like one-stop shopping. We are everything, all things graphic designs and video editing. So if you happen to actually have some videos that you created or some pictures and you want them into a pretty presentation, we do that as well. We can put it on a DVD or give you your own YouTube link, that would actually be to a point where you're the only ones that can view it. Sorry about the noise in the background. But that's some of the things that we you can reach me here for now. There, you can reach me on my email. You're more than welcome to write that in. I don't believe it hasn't flipped over yet. But yeah, we do a lot of things here. Especially video updates. So I'm going to go. I appreciate you guys. If you have any questions, whether you're watching on a replay or not, if I missed you over there on YouTube, I apologize. I will answer your questions in just a short moment. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming in the room. Now you get a chance to see some of the things that we have going on here. And it won't be the last time. So thank you guys for coming in the room. Remember to always create what you don't see. If you don't do anything else, make sure you're following me on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube. I am PNG Creates on YouTube, PNG Creates Live on Instagram, and I am my name and PNG Creates here on Facebook. So love you guys to life. I will definitely see you on the next go round. Bye-bye.